Hello NSN members, my name is Jameson from Hudeberg Fleet Services in Oklahoma City. NSN and Hudeberg have teamed up to make finding the perfect van for your customers fast and simple. We're also going to save them a bunch of money. This is the new van website, nsn.hudefleet.com, that we've created for you. If you notice up top, make sure that you leave off the www in the address bar. If you put it in there, it is not going to come up. It is nsn.hudefleet.com. This is the homepage, of course, co-branded between NSN and Hudeberg Fleet. We've got these two green buttons, van types available, and apply for financing. And there is an About the Program ribbon. This is basically going to tell your customers a little bit about what you've done to combine your purchasing power as NSN to really save them some money. Down at the bottom, there is a questions for Hudeberg. Now, you can use this, you can have your customers use this, any type of question that you'd have for us at Hudeberg Fleet Services. Type it in here, hit send message, and it'll come to me, and I'll be able to respond to your questions. Also, some generic contact information down here on the bottom. This site's really designed to help your customers pick out a van and apply for financing. Those are the two main things. So most of the website is meant to be used sitting right with your customer. So when your customer's sitting here, you're actually going to hit the van types available. And this is going to pull up the three different sizes of vans that I currently stock. And of course, they have the NSN cap money and your great discount on these as well. So we have the 2500 3/4 ton regular length. We have the 2500 3/4 ton extended length. And the 3500 1 ton extended length. Also down below, if your customer's looking for something different, we can get them any vehicle that they would like. Of course, GM does have those great NSN cap discounts, so don't forget about that. You just put in what you're looking for here, what manufacturer you're looking for, and just give us an idea of what you want. Down at the bottom of all my forms, there is a little verification box, so keep this in mind. All you have to do is enter any 2 digits to hit submit. This keeps robots from filling out these forms and blasting me with hundreds of emails a day. But yeah, after you fill this out, it'll send an email to me with give me what you're looking for. Of course, we'll find it and get you a price for it as well. If it is one of these three, these are pretty popular, of course, among the carpet cleaning industry. So if it is one of these three, it's real easy to look at what we have in stock and what's available. So let's take, for instance, the 2500 3/4 ton extended length van. So you can click on the van itself, or you can click on more info, and it'll take you to the next page. So on this page, it tells you a little bit more about the 2500 extended length. We stock 2 different types of them available, a 4.8 liter and a 6 liter. It'll also give you some pictures of the ones that we stock. And up top is 2 buttons, one for the 4.8 liter and one for the 6 liter. This will actually give you a spec sheet from General Motors on either one of these specs that I stock. When you click this, it brings up the spec sheet from General Motors. It will have your VG number up top. I'm going to be emailing all the NSN members a price list with these VG numbers so that you'll know what your cost is on the van. Of course, you're welcome to mark it up for your customer, make a little extra money on the van as well, but you will have a price list based on these VG numbers here. We'll also be able to get you any factory invoices that you like, anything like that. We're 100% transparent. We've already negotiated the markup with NSN. It won't deviate from that at all. There is the MSRP up at the top. We've also got the chargeable options, so the available options that are on this vehicle. And down below it are the standard options that are on all the vehicles. That's just a good way for you and your customer to make sure this has got all the equipment that they are looking for. Like I said, there's 3 different van types available. So let me go back home and then to van types available again. These 2 are only available with windows. The 1 ton extended length I've got with and without windows. So if you click on more info on this van, it's going to take you to this screen so that you've got a picture of one with and one without windows. You can select these here. Again, it will give you more pictures. And you've got your 2 engine options available up top. So whenever you click this, you can see the options, standard options, and everything that you would need to know to make sure that this van is what you want. And again, along with your VG number up top, that way you can check the pricing on your pricing list. So after you and your customer found the perfect van, we have to determine how they're going to pay for it. If they're paying cash, it's really simple. You're done at this point. If they are financing, you're going to have them do the commercial application. You can also get to this commercial application up top here from the home screen. There is a button right here, this green apply for financing button. So when you click either one of these, it's going to take you to our commercial application. Make sure you fill out all the information that has the red star on the end of it. The red star is required information, so fill out everything. I always have my customers fill these out just from a liability standpoint. Of course, if they need help, I will help them fill in the information, but it's always better to have the customer fill out their credit application. The second section down here is the third-party guarantee. This is just whoever at the company is going to guarantee the loan. We do a true commercial loan though, so it doesn't show up on their personal credit. It will not affect their credit score in any way. And down at the bottom there's a disclaimer. Make sure you have your customer check this. Whenever they check this box, it's basically saying that we are able to pull the credit, review the credit bureau, and submit financing basically to the financial institution. And again, at the bottom, my goofy verifications. Make sure you enter any 2 digits in here and hit submit. If you haven't filled out the required information, like I haven't done to anything on this form, when you hit it, it's going to turn the fields red that are required, and it'll move you back up on to the top of the page, or wherever the field is that you're missing. If you've successfully submitted a form, it will bring up a page that looks just like this. If you don't see this page, the form has not been submitted. So make sure that after you're done with the forms, you get to this page. If you haven't got here, the form has not gone through. So just keep that in mind. We've also built in a payment calculator. If you notice up top here on the menu, when you hit payment calculator, it just brings up a very basic payment calculator for them. Interest rate, of course, they won't have it at this point because we haven't applied for financing, but they'll probably have an idea of what their last loan interest rate was, the term in months that they want to go, and the total loan amount. This is going to be with the van, the equipment, everything. When you hit submit, it's going to fill out a monthly payment for you. Or you can do it the other way around too. If you want to actually enter the interest rate, term, and then what you want to pay a month, it'll tell you how much you can finance. So it works both ways. So that is everything that you're going to be doing while your customer is in the store, or you're out with them. Once you determine the vehicle they want, apply for financing, then later you're going to do your administrative paperwork. This is done behind admin right here. And you'll do this whenever your customer's gone, like I said. The password I'm going to be emailing to you with that price list, with the VG numbers, so you will get a password here. Put mine in real quick. And it's going to take you to the admin page. On the admin page, the only button is the vehicle purchasing request. When you click this, it will bring up another form. Again, that means required, so make sure you fill out all the required information. Up top, the salesperson, that is going to be whoever is selling the equipment, so probably you, I would imagine. And down here is the customer's information, customer contact, customer company, and then the upfitter name and upfitter contact name. There's a good chance that the upfitter contact and the salesperson are going to be the same person, but if they're different, we left that open so that we could see that. Upfitter address, the vehicle type, the engine type. We also do have barn and sliding door options here. We do not stock many sliding doors in at Hudeberg, but we are able to get them if we need them. So keep that in mind. If your customer really wants a slider, just mark it here on the page, even though it's not listed on the van types available, and we'll do our best to find you one. We'll have to get some pricing because, like I said, it's not one that we typically stock in. The last 8 of the VIN, if available. Most likely you won't have this at this point, but if you do, you're able to put it there. Estimated delivery date, when you would like the van delivered. Keep in mind that shipping across the country takes a little time, so don't put it the next day. In most cases, of course, we could figure that out too if we need to. The customer vehicle cost. This is what you are selling the van for. So if your cost on the van is $27,000 and you're actually selling it for $28,000, you will put $28,000 in here, and that $1,000 profit will be yours. The state or county vehicle tax rate. It should be the same for the retail purchases in your state. If you don't know it, just put the state here that you're going to be delivering the vehicle to, and we will look it up. The payment type, of course, you have finance, lease, and cash. The terms, these are the standard terms from Ally. If you want some special terms, I know sometimes they go out 84 months, or if somebody's wanting to do like a 24-month term, something like that, we can do that as well. Just select a term, and then down here in special notes and instructions, type in that you would really like to see if you can do an 84-month term. Cash down, if any. Shipping cost. If you know the shipping cost from Oklahoma City to where you're at for a van, you can put it here if you're scheduling it. If you need a quote from us, you just type in "need quote" right here, and we will find you a shipping cost. The upfitter cost. This is what you are selling the upfit for. So whatever you're selling, all the equipment and all that, is going to go right here in this box. And the bedliner cost. I will be sending you some basic costs on bed liners. We do half sprays, which is just about 2 feet up on each side, and the base, and then we do a full spray as well on the back of the vans, which just covers everything in a spray and bed liner. I'll send you the standard pricings for those, or if you're doing them locally there, you can put in whatever you're selling that bed liner for here. On all finance units, there is a $309 dock fee, so keep that in mind. Make sure your customers know that they will be paying a dock fee to Ally. Special notes and instructions is just anything that you need me to know. Like I said, a special term, anything like that. Make sure that you write it here in special notes and instructions. And entitling instructions. If the name is different from the applicant, so if the name is different than the business up here, the customer's company address and customer's company name, if you don't want it titled in that, you can type whatever you want here and the address and submit it, and that's how we will title the vehicle. I've also got a button here that is to upload your upfit invoice. If you do have an invoice, please just go ahead and upload it. This is going to email it to me, so it's really handy. I do have to have this before I submit for financing, so if you don't get it to me right on this form, if you don't have it yet, make sure that you do email it to me soon. I will need it to apply for financing. So whenever you hit choose file, it's going to pull up your regular file explorer. So just select the PDF or whatever file that you made your quote in, or your invoice, I'm sorry, and hit open, and it'll attach it to the email. And again, in the bottom down here, we've got another goofy 2-digit verification. When you hit submit, again, it's going to take you to that confirmation screen. If you don't get the confirmation screen, it did not go through. Just make sure that you keep that in mind. When Heidberg gets all the forms necessary, we're going to submit everything to Ally. When we hear back from Ally, we will let you know if the deal is approved or denied, and what the next steps are to get the van out to you, get the equipment installed, get paperwork signed, basically just finish up the deal. So once all this is done, it usually moves pretty quickly. We usually hear back from Ally within a day or two, and we'll be able to get things rolling. Of course, if you guys have any questions, phone numbers are down here, emails, addresses are down here. Don't hesitate to contact us and let us know. I know that James said that some of you are interested in factory invoices. I'd be happy to send a factory invoice over to any of you that would like to take a look at it. Like I said, our markup has already been negotiated, so we've already figured all that out, and it won't deviate at all. I'm not exactly sure what it is at this point, but I will let you know during our conference call. Like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. Feel free to play with the website. If you want to submit some test forms, just put test in here, and I'll know that you guys aren't serious whenever you have salesperson as test. So feel free to play around with it. You're not going to break it. We really appreciate all you guys, and like I said, don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks.